Most IPAs are pretty light, pretty golden, yellow, straw gold, pale gold, straw yellow, many different types of yellow. Sometimes they're a little bit red or a little bit amber depending on what malts are being used, but at the same time, some turn to the dark side. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Brewski, for another Brewski review. And today the beer that I have for you guys is from the St. Ambrose Brewing Company. Well, not St. Ambrose Brewing Company, they are brewed by somebody else. This is a series. They're from Brasserie McCausland. Brasserie McCausland. Where are they out of? They are out of Montreal, Quebec, also known as St. Ambrose. We have the Black IPA, 6.5% alcohols by volume. No, lied. We do have IBUs, 58 IBUs. Haven't had a St. Ambrose or Ambrosie or Ambrosia beer in quite some time. I think it was their apricot wheat that I had last and I was not a fan of. That was many years ago and it kind of just turned me off. Turned me off from the whole brewery in general. But it's alright because they're producing different styles of beers that you don't see too much of. Like this Black IPA, you don't see many Black IPAs out in the wild too much anymore. You did see a few here and there years ago, but not anymore. Anyway, let's crack this bad boy open. 6.5%, 58 IBUs, Black IPA. So all the flavors of an IPA, but with, characteristics of a stout. Really, really cool indeed. Boom. That's what we got. Looking at the beer, it's not super black, it's a very deep mahogany or deep brown looking beer. Nice brown head on top. I want to say it's clear, to be completely honest. I can see the light shining through it. Let's dive in on that nose. Mixture of roasty, toasty malts with a slight pine and general woodsy, not woodsy as in like forest, but woodsy as in like planks of wood at Home Depot. Maybe scratch that. Campfire woodiness. Maybe just a touch of campfire smoke going on in here. Really amazing. On the back end, a little bit of biscuit, slight touch of molasses. Dark bready notes, toasted bread, a little bit of roasted coffeeness. That smells really good. Let's dive in. But on the flavor, whew, that's a mismatch or a mix match or it's a very interesting flavor combination in this particular brew. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Yeah, that's a really weird and quick changeover. So how does this beer start? Well. Starts a bit lighter, really light in the first 1-2 seconds. It moves into a very better amount of pine, slight grapefruit, not tropical, but maybe a bit more like floral, grassy hoppiness. That does remind you of a traditional IPA. But then it quickly moves into a robust, roasty, dark chocolate, dark black coffee, espresso even, you know, stoutiness per se. Those roasty malts really pop up. Dark chocolates, black coffee, dark coffee indeed. More of like a dark roast coffee. Even moving into that espresso territory, definitely more espresso than dark coffee notes. Lingering flavors of pine and just full on roast character. Touch smokiness as well. Not peat, think more campfire smokiness. A very wild ride of a beer. It's the thing with black IPAs, because they're generally, for me and how I interpret them, they're more stout heavy with a more of a pine forward hop bitterness from the IPA side of things. You don't really want to get too tropical, like use tropical hops with a black IPA. In my opinion, you're definitely more going, I want to say, the roads, towards the roads of like noble hops, English hops, where they're a bit more woodsy, grassy, earthy even, rather than American New World hops where they're going to be, more fruity and juicy. You don't want that in a black IPA, or at least for me, you don't want that. You want something to go with the big roasty characters, dark chocolates, coffees, somewhat biscuity notes of, your darker malt characteristics. That's just me. This does have a little bit of a juiciness to it. Right in the beginning, that kind of throws everything off just a touch. It is a bit juicy, a little bit like tropical fruitiness, in my opinion, not really strictly grassy, earthy, piney, woodsy hop characteristics in the beginning. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a little bit of a wild ride, a little bit of a, flavor mix up, but it's pretty good. And it's not heavy like a stout. Definitely has that more body of a hazy, juicy IPA, but not too creamy like a stout. Really cool. Really, really cool indeed. See what the can has to say. St. Ambrosie Black IPA, 6.5% alcohol by volume, 58 IBUs. Description reads, that's not a description. We don't have a description, but we do have some information. Unfiltered beer, Black IPA. Hops are Bravo, Centennial, Cascade, Citra, and Chinook. IBU of 58. Best served between 8 and 12 degrees Celsius. Mine's definitely colder. An original gravity of 16.5 degrees Plato. Very nice indeed. Moving over to the website, mcalslan.com. Links down below. Black India Pale Ale. Description reads, St. Ambrose Black IPA is a dark and hoppy unfiltered beer whose secret resides in the use of Northwest sea hops like Cascade, Citra, and Centennial. Centennial and Chinook, my apologies. This beer has a toasty malt character with the accents and aromas of a traditional India Pale Ales. Taste and enjoy. Funny enough, they don't really go into the stout or porter category of flavors and aromas, because there is a good bit with this beer, and it does tie everything together pretty well. Again, a little juicy, a little tropical, not too much. On the hop side of things, but just enough where you get a little bit of mango, a little bit of passion fruit, and then kind of changes over to that stouty characteristics of dark chocolates, black coffee, espresso, slight biscuit. Little weird, but not too bad. It's not that big of a changeover or a big difference between IPA characteristics and stout characteristics where it's really gonna fuck with your head and your palate. Transition is it's smooth enough for what it is. Type IPA, hops, Bravo, Centennials, Cascade, Citra, and Chinook. A lot of fucking hops. IBU 58, OG of 16.5 degrees Plato, 8 to 12 serving temp. You've all heard it a minute ago. Beautiful looking stuff. On Untapped, St. Ambrose and Black IPA has been given a 3.51 bottle caps. out of 5. And that's out of over 4,100 ratings. I do not have a price for this beer, funny enough. Don't think I can find one. But let's double check if we can. So there is no shop page on the website, or at least that I haven't found. Also, I got this in a mixed 4-pack. I don't know the price. So, happy hunting. Happy hunting indeed. Either way, cheers on the final sip. Oh, let's get ready to rings and wrap this thing up. St. Ambrosie Black IPA. A little too juicy, a little too tropical, a little too citrusy of the hops used in this Black IPA. Personally, after drinking this and after drinking a Black IPA in I don't know how long, I think more of a noble hop, earthy, woodsy, grassy sort of hop would fit better with the darker roasted malts that are used in a Black IPA. It's just my opinion, but for the beer itself, the transition between somewhat fruity, juicy to roasty, toasty beer really works quite well in this rendition of a Black IPA. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm excited to enjoy the rest of the can indeed. And well, you know what? Black IPA St. Ambrosie gets a solid 7.6 out of 10 for me. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the description box. Description box again. Holy jeez. Comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, mate Brewski, it would greatly appreciate it as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, mate Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.